Morning, friends. Morning, welcome. Yes, it is indeed Bucks' birthday today, so I'm wearing a party hat. Happy birthday, Bucks. He'll be joining us later on, probably. Assuming he does, but even if he doesn't, it's okay. I'm still celebrating his birthday. Let's continue working on this chap. Hello, Space Talk. My sounds are a bit weird. Yeah, that is weird. Alright, I've just switched to a different microphone. I can already see the sounds look better. So. Back. Alright. Okay, let's go. G'day, War Machine. Not my birthday, mate, but thank you. G'day Mini Mensa, welcome to the stream. Yes, he'll be joining us. It's early in the morning for him, so he's usually not even awake this time of day. He'll join us at some point, probably. No, he's not here yet. We'll get him on camera. Don't we all? Yeah, it's not bad. I was not looking forward to painting it, so that's why I did it now, but I've enjoyed it a lot so far. Okay, Vipertron. Yeah, I liked it, mate. Like the colour, the skin colour. Looks really cool. Okay, so let's do. Oh, that's cool. What's the charity? Good one. Yeah, I'm doing a chibi Marvel dude for the Nova Open charity at some point in the next few weeks, depending on when the model actually gets to me. Yeah, I've painted a few models and donated them to things, but yeah, it's always good. Go Diddy. Thanks, mate. Awesome, Vipertron. Yeah, look, I don't paint a lot of Warhammer stuff, so I'm a bit out of practice. This is a big model. It is, exactly, mate. Yeah, so we've done one dude already, which is the rat guy, which is this guy. So he is finished, basically. Might just tweak his eyes a bit, actually, but yeah. So him, and then we're doing this guy, and then I've got these two up next, which are two that Andy Wardle just painted. So they're not going to be as good as his. can tell you that for a concrete fact. Yeah, this actually is a commission, my friend. But I have some rules on commissions, which is pretty much I don't do any because my rules are so onerous. These are my rules. I don't do the model if I don't want to paint it. I don't do the model to anyone's specifications. And I don't guarantee a time frame. And I charge $30 an hour. But if you're willing to accept those, and look, honestly, very rarely do I actually charge $30 an hour. Normally I'm just like, oh, you go, mate, it'd be like fucking $400 or whatever. Yeah, because, yeah, but I basically just want to guarantee those first points because it's, so if someone's willing to accede to those demands, then, you know, I'll look after them. But, yeah. I did a lot of commission painting, a lot of army painting when I was a Warhammer player. And the one thing I found was that it's the best way you can possibly have to kill your enjoyment for painting little toy soldiers. So I don't do it that much these days because I don't want to lose my enjoyment for painting little toy soldiers. But I like painting models, and if someone wants to pay me to paint a model that I already was, you know, interested in painting, then yeah, no problems, make it happen. And my approach on little toy soldier painting in this scale is one that usually impresses people because I just have so much contrast that people see it. G'day, Ullenreich. Will do, mate. I'll let him know you said so. I'm sure he will appreciate it. If he makes it. He said he's going to be here, so he's probably 50-50. G'day, Ullenreich. What's happening, champion? Thank you, mate. Scarabost, this chap is from Warhammer Age of Sigmar. His name is Radukar, the Wolf. And he's a very nice figure, actually. He was the main reason I agreed to accept the commission, because I was wowed by him initially. And then when I had a closer look, I realised how much work there was going to be in him, and I was like, yeah. But he's been good. He's been good to paint. Don't know, Top. Probably not. Probably got on the sauce last night. We're at a party hat and everything. The guy didn't even turn up. Pathetic. Nah. It's his birthday, mate. He can do what he wants. Thanks, mate. Yeah. Coles. $4. Top, I finished season 4 of The Expanse. What I liked about it was that it gave me some information about some of the key background of what was happening in the first 2 seasons. And I particularly liked the setup for season 4 or 5, whatever one I'm on now, 5. And that is all I shall say, for fear of spoiling anybody who has not watched the great show that is The Expanse. Yeah, well, I watched episode 1 last night, and I was like, oof. I'm excited by the prospect of... The Expanse is on Amazon Prime, my friend. They're excited by the prospect of how they've started the season. It should be an absolute banger. Episode 3. Okay. I don't spend a lot of time on the bases on these dudes because I firstly cover the half of them in snow anyway, and secondly it just helps to reinforce the focus on the model, so just a cheeky little bit of dry brushing and some other bits. That may be all I need. Darkness, she is all I see. Come rest your bones with me. Driving slow like Sunday morning. I never want to leave. Do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do. will probably do... Just trying to decide if I want to do any clean up work of this gold, maybe just a little bit of yellow contrast paint. I don't know if that's not necessary. Don't know that it's necessary. What I might do though is a little bit more of this into this. Hey buddy, you alright? Alright, Uncle Dad. G'day Jane, what is going on? G'day Wampa. Awesome. I'm supportive of this approach. More bust painting, the better. Well, Scarabus, what type of figures do you like? There's a massive variety of different busts. If you like more historical figures, or more sci-fi, or more fantasy, or orcs, dwarves, wide variety of figure manufacturers that do all of those things and more. G'day All Might for one. I did see the new Spiro, yes. He's answered my prayers. What a great man. G'day, Rowan. Yeah, it's just a perfection of a bust. Old school Alan Carrasco, Romain Vanden Bogart. All those old school vibes. Rackham Orc. Magnificent. Okay, cool. Yeah, I mean, probably the first place I would send you for busts is a place called FER Miniatures. That's the place where I painted those historicals from. But he does a variety of different busts, fantasy and mostly historical stuff. But yeah. Full week without power, Rowie. Unlucky, mate. Yeah, it's been an interesting time. hasn't it? Yep, indeed. A lot of good places for busts. Let's maybe actually go for a little bit of this blue, Leviathan blue. It's a very dark blue. Haven't really found a good use for it yet. Yes, I got the whole set, all three of them. I'm pretty excited for it as well. Probably me too, mate. I'm not sure what I'm going to do about Yarns of the Elderwoods though. I'm sort of the perspective that if I go in on a Kickstarter these days for the figures, I just want to go all in. And I'm not sure that I'm... Gay Conrad? Yeah. I mean, I've tipped in $1, right? So I can decide later, which is what I highly recommend for everyone. Because I like two of the figures a lot, and then I think one of the figures is okay, and then I'm overall, I won't say underwhelmed, but they're just figures. Thanks, mate. So if I want to go all in, it feels like I'm wasting my time. Like for me, the old granny witch and the floating chick on the broomstick are just A class, and then yeah, the old dude, the forest, he's fine. And the other chick, sort of floating, she's fine. But the big beast dude, he's don't really like him. He's like, yeah. So yes. All right, it's red glow time. We'll see. I might end up going in. Best piece of advice I can give people on Kickstarter is go wavy. Tip in $1. If you're not sure, $1. One buckaroo will get you a decision when there's no time pressure. When there's no time pressure, that's when you can make a much better decision. So yeah, I may end up just going in for one or two. And if that happens, cool. But the Chimera Kickstarter certainly has me paying very close attention. Those guys just know how to rustle my jimmies. What can't you find, champion? Oh, thanks, Jam Lee. We're about to make them look pretty interesting. Oh, yeah, it hasn't come out yet, mate. It's due. When is it due, Top? Like a couple of weeks' time. They just announced it. Yeah. Okay, let's go. Run out of red. Come on. Change your mind, did you, coffee girl?
Yeah.
Oh. Yeah, it's up my alley too, Top, you know that. You and I have pretty similar aesthetic tastes. I'm finding myself in this position now where every time Kickstarter comes out I go, how can I do all of those figures in one? Yes, interesting. Alright, let's add some proper glow. They definitely did it on their Instagram. It was just with their latest figure release that Sergio painted. Do 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 do. Still usable? Yeah. Yeah. I've got a little dude that I've got to put on this base. Should probably think about him in terms of the red glow, actually. Hey little buddy. Did you want to say hello to everyone on stream? Hey.
That was a no.
Hey. Come here. Say hi everyone. Yeah. Oh, thanks for licking my ear, buddy. Oh, thanks, buddy. You good boy. You good boy. You a good boy. Oh, that's nice, buddy. You ready to go? You want to lick some paint? Nom 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 nom. Off you go. Little buddy. That red orange is a combination of this colour, which is called fluorescent red from Model Air, and this colour, the red, from Chimera. It's a combination of the two. The red itself is a very powerful and intense red, but when you just add a little bit of that fluorescent red, it pumps up the value even more. And it absolutely gets you some of the most powerful reds you can get. You're welcome. Now we'll just go in and add some black bits. It's been a long while since I've used a P3 paint for anything. But I do remember that one as being quite a good one. That's a silly one to do, isn't it? That's the way it's gonna be, little darling. You'll go riding on the horses, yeah. Way up in the sky, little darling. And if you fall, I'll pick you up, pick you up. Sure is, mate, yeah. Buxy's birthday today. And he's supposed to be on stream. He was supposed to be here an hour ago. Week. That's what happens when you get old. When you say why am I changing the colours, what do you mean by that? Yeah, I think it's like 2 weeks away or a week away or something. I don't know, man. I didn't get an invite, so I don't really care. He probably is scared of losing the painting challenge. That's probably bang on, mate. Spirit fly. Can't you see him? He's down on the ground, through a broken road, looking all around.
You get that kind of card, you that
Yeah. Get those points. Alright, so let's just check the angles. So he looks pretty good from that angle. That's his front on angle. That looks fine. That looks good. Thanks, mate. Good night. Yeah, so these figures I'm doing in a scheme that I did for another range of models that I painted for Curse City, and I'm matching the colour scheme. So here's an example of the finished one. That's what. So they all have that little glow effect. Let me finish doing it and I'll show you. I'm using the AK snow effect, which is what I've used for snow on pretty much everything I've done recently, and I like it a lot. you can sort of take it in a few different ways. You can add, they give you heaps of like little add-ons, dry powder stuff and water effects that you can add. Helps it look more realistic. I don't see a lot of snow, but I have in the past. Damn, now I'm gonna get snow in the water. Oh well. Cool. We'll let him dry. So I might start one of these friends. Yes, let's start this girl. Browns. It's good stuff. Let's find some interesting browns we can use. Ooh, what about if I try reversing it? Some rust. Oh, I think this airbrush is in need of a clean. Let's actually use that to our advantage. Very amusing. That is a method I've used in the past to generate some texture. And it works quite well, and I like it. Alright. Let's try some of the new chimeras actually. For this, see if I can make them work. Let's use this one. This one's called Mars Orange. Hey buddy, you coming to help? You coming to protect me from the vicious vortex mix-up? Thanks buddy. You're such a good boy. You're such a good boy. Yeah, you are. This is the one of the ones I was most excited about, this Mars orange, because it's such a nice, rich, browny orange. But so far I've been underwhelmed. It's so matte. I just don't think it's going to work for me. Maybe. Oh, let's try mixing a little bit of yellow. I had to go back and rewatch a couple of my streams from July when I originally did this Curse City commission, just to try and remember the colours that I used and some of the techniques, because it's been such a long time. So, but once I watched, half an hour of them, I was like, oh yeah, cool, that's right, I remember most of it. Not all of it, but enough to get by. And trying every way they know how to make their spirits bow. Can't you see him? He's down on the ground. It's a blue looking all around. When you finish your Space Marines, mate, just take a photo of them, upload them to your social media or to your Discord server somewhere. Just send me the link, mate. You can have a look. G'day, Sammy 07502 070502. I was close. So if you want to see someone paint these really well, you should go and check out Andy Wardle's page. He just finished these two exact same figures and they look so good. He's such a fucking legend, that guy. If you want to see me paint mine in about 7 seconds flat, stick around. I do really enjoy painting leather. It's not as fun as rocks, but it is up there. Alright, now I'm doing this smaller chick. I might change the focus to auto. G'day, Weetabix. Merci beaucoup. It's actually not my birthday though. It is Bucks' birthday today. So we're celebrating for him. And he didn't even turn up. What a dog. What a dog act. G'day, Necromancer. What's happening? And not my birthday. Maybe it says happy birthday, Buck's birthday stream. I don't know how much more clear I can be, friends. Come on now. Is it because I'm wearing a party hat? Is that what it is? People think it's my birthday because I'm wearing a party hat. It's not my birthday, friends. Hello, Frog Jim. Heading off, mate?
Yep. Do you have any special requests?
Just give me like jats or something so I can eat my dip.
Yeah, it's on the list.
I will pass that along when he eventually turns up to his own stream, mate. And don't you think I'm going to let him forget this? Right. Seventh of March for your kid, or 6th for you? Sixth for you, I think. Yeah. Well, it's the 6th here as well, and that's Bucks's birthday.
Right. We'll be back soon.
See you, bro.
Bye, love, mate.
Oh, little Hugo's not real happy. Should be back, buddy. Should be back, kiddo. Oh, he looks real worried. Jolson Dog.
Happy birthday, Bucks.
Oh, it's Benny Layden.
It's the birthday boy.
Yeah, how's his form, mate? I'm on stream right now. He says to me on fucking Wednesday night, "Yeah, man, we'll do a birthday stream on Sunday. It'll be awesome." And I was like, "Okay, mate, sounds good. See you then." And I started my stream an hour later just so he could get here, and the fucker hasn't even turned up.
You know, Victorians, mate, we don't start business till 10. Oh, that's gold.
We'll say hi to everyone on stream, Benny, if you want.
Oh, hello, everybody. Who have we got here? Let me open it. Oh, yeah, Frog Jim. Scara Boost. Very nice. Hello, everybody. Oh, how are you, mate?
I'm pretty good, mate. I'm pretty good indeed.
That's good.
Excited to be painting a commission so I can get it off my head, hanging over my head like a lead weight.
Yeah. I bet. I don't even do commissions and I have that with my own projects. So I'm like, oh.
It's a sort of weird feeling, like, because I'm excited about the commission. Like, I'm not real happy about some commissions, but generally speaking, like, I look forward to painting these models, so because I wouldn't have taken it on if I didn't. But
Yeah.
it's still just that fucking overwhelming thing of like, oh, this is something hanging over my head.
Yeah. Yeah. I remember back when I first started painting, some guy was messaging me to do a commission for him or whatnot, and it sounded good and everything until he told me what colours to use, and then I was just, no, I don't want to do this.
Well, I said my rules of commissions on stream before, but one of them is I choose every aspect of the colour palette, every aspect of the fucking thing. So
yeah, you have to, man. Otherwise, it's just hell.
yeah, it takes a
Okay.
very, very dedicated person to be a full-time commission painter, I reckon.
Oh yeah, I couldn't do it.
No.
No way. No, I don't know how they do it too. Like, especially when you're looking at, 50 of the same dude,
Oh.
and the guy's like, yeah, I want it to be fucking orange and pink, and you're just like, oh.
Scarabost. No, it wasn't Scarabost. Vipertron. Mate, it depends on your camera. For my camera here, there is actually a function where you can turn off auto sleep mode. But every camera is different. Depends if it's a webcam, it probably doesn't automatically turn off. Yeah. what's been happening, mate? I haven't spoken to you in forever, it feels like, eh? It's been busy for you recently.
Yeah, we went back into like the whole workplace office.
Mm.
So that has just thrown any sort of routine I've had for 2 years out. Being at home, and then yeah, I was in a painting slump last week actually. With this bloody moon face model. Hooked myself hard, but I'm good now. After I think 10 restarts, we've finally found the one that I'm like, oh yeah, this is all right.
I've been sitting. So Bucks was like, yeah, let's paint Moonface. We'll do a challenge. We'll see you can paint Moonface in two streams. And I was like, okay, sounds fine. I always love a challenge for speed. But as I was like thinking about it, I was like, what the fuck am I going to do with that model? Like, I got no idea.
Oh mate, it's deceptively hard.
It for sure is.
Like I went in last Sunday actually. Last Sunday I started it, and I remember I was saying that I was painting along with Andy, and I was like, "Oh, dude, I've hit the jackpot. This is going to be the best idea I've ever done." So then I, got all the bass tones down, and then I was like, "You're a fucking idiot. This is so shit."
Was this the moon? Was this Moonlight? Was it Moonlight?
And I was like, "Oh, here we go. This is the best idea." And then rinse and repeat that a good 9 times.
I have no idea still what I'm going to do. So if he turns up, he's like, let's start our fucking paint off. I'm like, cool, man.
Yeah, it's hard, man. Like, it's really nice, but it's really hard. And, like, I've chosen... Originally, the idea I had was I wanted to make the moon look like, the colour of the moon. And I did little craters all on it, and I tried to make it... I tried to do, like, a sort of OSL with it, so it illuminated the rest of him.
Yep.
Oh my god, I just couldn't get it to work. It just looks so bad. So I scrapped all that.
Actually does sound like a pretty good idea though.
Yeah, like I thought it was a cool idea because I wanted to, like, the goal with him is all of his robes I want to paint black. I've always struggled with like doing black robes and trying to make them interesting or look cool without it just being grey. So I wanted to push myself and try and do his robes all dark black and stuff and see how that works. But
well, let me give you a piece of advice on that. On painting black. Yeah. So your default thought when you're like, I've got to highlight black is to use grey, right? Fucking throw that bad boy out of the fucking thing. Get yourself yellow. Get yourself bright green. Get yourself whatever colour you want that's got heaps of fucking vibrancy. And start highlighting your black with that. Everything comes to life, mate. Everything. Yeah,
that's a good idea. Well, I started with my mid-tones, so it's a black, and then I've gone to a deep sea blue, because I was going to go the green route.
Yep.
Because I've painted his face mask red now.
Yep.
Going for a more traditional sort of thing. But yeah, even the skin tone actually threw me hard as well on this guy.
That's a fucking hard model, man.
Oh, tell you what threw me though. So because everything I've painted, right, the whole face is visible, so I know how to paint a front-on face. But this guy, you've just got the side of his head, and I just couldn't for the life figure out how to paint it. It was kicking my ass. I've got so many photos of you'll look at it and be like, what the fuck happened when I showed all the photos? But, oh man, I'm enjoying it though. Like I'm feeling real good now. I had like a slow week on him, and I just kept pushing along. I was just like, you know what? I'll just sit down every day and just try the bare minimum to get something going. But yeah, fuck.
This figure that I'm painting is called someone from something. I have no idea. I just put it together. It's some witch hunter chick. Someone in the stream will be able to tell you. I don't know. Go Benny, sorry mate.
No, that's alright. But yeah, he's fuck. It's a tough model. My only gripe with it right now is the hair. I'm very spoilt with Lucas Pina hair, where it's not strands, and you get to just kind of really go at it. And this guy has got strands. Yep.
Speaking of Lucas, his new sculpt, 11 out of 10 for me.
Oh, I like to hear that. That's good.
I love it, and that's Wanda from Academy.
Yeah.
And that's what I like about Lucas, right? He can switch from that sort of comedic style into what is just an absolute rip snorter of a old school.
Oh yeah.
Like it reminds me. This is before your time, but it reminds me of a Romain Vanden Bogart, Alan Carrasco, right? Guys that were massive in the sculpting world. 20 years ago, guys who sculpted for Rackham. It's just man, so good.
I love that he did that like elongated kind of face for the orc. Like that's so good. But I'm excited to get that one as well. Got a few. I tried printing something for the Arthur and Merlin one yesterday, but that fucking failed, so I have to figure out what I've done wrong there.
What have you done wrong? Go back to your settings, mate. You had your settings all worked out, and then you try and use the orange thing, and now everything's fucked.
I know. But believe me, I've become like a mythbuster with this printer. Got a fucking spreadsheet with everything on it. Oh, it's killing me. And I'm actually printing something for a guy in New Zealand as well. Oh, shouldn't have said yes.
Little Hugo's sitting down on the little cushion beside me. He's just sad that his mum's gone to the shops.
He's asleep. He's asleep on the beanbag behind me.
Legend.
Good little fella.
So didn't get your thoughts on any of the projects I've done recently, mate. Well, I did. You posted some very nice comments on social media, so I appreciate that. But yeah, what were your thoughts on the Hyperborea and the Gauls?
You know what? Let's open them up. Let's have another good look.
Be ruthless, mate.
I will be. It's so not in my nature.
Yeah, I need you to cut me to ribbons, mate. Pretend you're Deno for 5 minutes, alright?
Let's have a look. I'm gonna watch this YouTube video of the
Hyperborea.
Let's have a look. I'm more impressed that you got through it, to be honest.
It was a close run thing for a while, eh?
Oh, dude, just looking at it on the video, I'm like, fuck, what a slog. like it just, yeah, it's so much, man.
It was.
All the tufts and scenery really brought it to life too, that base in the end.
Yep.
No, I think it looks really good. Really good. I definitely, this one looks a lot more cleaner than Camelot.
Yep.
Just even the painting on the figures and stuff like that. Fuck, that bear looks sick, the big polar bear.
Wonder why that is, because I think, obviously, you paint a lot, you improve, and I've painted a lot since Camelot, but do you think it's just because it's a more cohesive looking series?
Yeah, I think something to do with the sort of concept you've got going on too. It's very tight compared to Camelot. Like Camelot had a lot of breathing room in between everything that was kind of going on.
Yeah.
And I think maybe that makes you focus then more on the independent figures.
Yep.
Whereas this, because it is so compacted and close together, you have to look at the whole story rather than the individual.
Yep.
I think.
That's a good observation, because I remember because I designed Camelot in my head before I got the figures, and I'd bought bits and pieces, and everything was sort of like, okay, cool, this is now Camelot, and I had to make the figures fit on what I'd already designed. Whereas with this, I had the figures and I built it with the figures and positioned everything out. So that's
much better, I think.
Good lesson.
Yeah, I think it worked out like way more in your favour too that way. But yeah, they look nice. It's definitely one of my favourite big dioramas you've done to date. I think I like the Dritz one more because I have an attachment to those characters now. But this one's really nice.
Speaking of your attachment to those characters, where are you up to? You read any more? Or?
I haven't yet. No, I had a break and I read 2 other books in between just because I was like, oh, I don't want to burn myself out on it. So I was like, you know what, I'll have a break. But now that I'm in the office, I can just smash audiobooks for days, so it's going to be pretty good. But he looks good. Where's he? Did you post these other guys anywhere or just on?
On Putty and Paint on my socials. Yeah, the Gauls.
Putty and Paint. Oh, there we go. Oh, you got an editors for your Hyperborea. There you go.
Did I?
Yep.
When did that happen?
Just opened it up then. Editors. Bam. Very nice.
Ah, there you go. That only happened recently because it wasn't before. Go team.
Hey, tell you what, your the photos actually look real good too.
Yeah, I think I've started to crack photos. I think I got them.
Yeah, I was gonna say this one's looking much better. Everything's in focus.
Yeah.
Let's look at these other guys' goals.
Be ruthless, son.
All right. I like the dude with the yellow shield,
Yep.
and I like the other guy, but I don't like the medal on his hat.
Cool.
And the medal on the chest and the front guy, it's not as bright as I thought it would be. Maybe that's my inexperience with non-metallic metals as well. So correct me if I'm wrong.
No, I think. Do me a favour, go look at the video if you can, and tell me if you still feel the same way, because I didn't get the photos as good on those. and it's a fair observation, and I think you're probably right, but
You know what? I still think in this video the front guy's chest needs a bit more of that white shine.
Yep.
For that metal.
Yep.
Just because like compared to the silver you've got on the shield has that like punchy white.
Yep.
And I just don't think it has it enough on the chest and the helmet. On the front dude especially. The shield on the guy on the right hand side looks really nice on his chest. Or maybe he's the left hand, I'm not sure. But yeah, just for that coppery orange, I got to actually look more at coppery brass metal like that to see how it works properly, not just from my imagination. But yeah, in my head for the painting, kind of like it's like the thing I always do. I never do that bright highlight that you always tell me to do it.
Yep.
For the metal punch.
It's a very good observation, mate. I got it to a point with the coppery colour where I just couldn't quite land the placement of the lights, particularly on that chest, on the chest and the front guy.
That's a fucking hard surface, yeah.
Really hard surface, and so I was like, I kept trying to do stuff and it kept looking wrong, so I was just like, you know what?
Yeah.
It looks okay. It looks okay now. Doesn't look perfect, but I'm just calling it. Yeah.
Yeah. Now that's just me being super picky. Like, do you know what? They look really nice on the plinth, like together, like as a unit. And you can't even tell that you sculpted that arm. Not until I watched back the stream and heard you mention it, I was like, I had no fucking idea. So that came out great.
Thank you. It's the old sculpting, right? It's an interesting thing because if you just do it, like if you just do stuff like that, most of the time you can actually get away with it.
Yeah.
And I reckon the more you do that sort of stuff, where you just have a go, and then eventually you'll reach a point where you're like, you know what, fuck, I can actually sculpt okay now. Yeah. And I reckon you could then try and do a figure.
Yeah, I agree. I totally even the definition where you got the muscles and everything.
Yep.
It just looks like it fits the figure totally. It's actually quite nice.
Well, I appreciate your feedback, mate. Thank you.
No, I think it's good, mate. You're definitely your painting's definitely gotten better. How did it feel coming onto this piece too? Because you just did Hyperborea and then you've jumped onto some busts.
I loved it. But I sort of feel like I need to have. I don't necessarily need a break, but I want to do something without as much pressure.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Because it's fuck, man, doing a massive project like that and then diving into 3 busts and then diving into this Curse City fucking figures. It's like, I just want to paint one little figure.
Yeah.
Just something small, for fuck's sake.
I think that's what cooked me last week as well, man. Oh, that's so funny. Because I set myself like, as you always do, you just, in the moment, you're fucking hyped, and you're like, I'm the fucking king. And
Yeah.
then I said, every bust I paint this year is going to be better than the last. And then, 3 busts in, and I was like, I'm defeated. My soul is gone.
It's
And then yeah, God.
it's such an interesting like goal to set yourself, and it's when you think about it, you're like, oh yeah, that's a good goal to have, right?
Yeah.
Continuous improvement. But when you actually sit down and try and do that, man, it's hard, and you, as soon as you take the focus away from having fun, like that's when I struggle.
Yeah, I'm the exact same, man. Exact same. Have a good night, Frog Jim. Yeah, I'm the exact same. I've learned because I've done like I've done it with a few figures too, or projects at least. The Spirit Goblin was the latest one.
Yeah.
That started out as super pumped up and very like, I put just so much pressure on myself with the Spirit busts as well.
Yeah.
And then 3 repaints in, I'm like, I fucking hate this. And it's the exact same thing. The fun's gone.
It's tricky, man. It's tricky to get better.
It is. It really is. It is.
Because there's got to be an element of, I hate this. If you're stretching, yourself, but
yeah, 100%, 100%. No, I definitely. I find that too on most of those projects that I get in that sort of slog part where it's just hell. That's the part where I'm like, okay, just keep pushing because you're going to make something great if you get over here, or something better than what you previously have done.
Just keep swimming, swimming.
Yeah. That's literally it. That's one of those things too where like after all the creative things I've done, it doesn't matter what medium I switch to, that is the same with literally every part. Whether it be from video editing to 3D design to miniature painting, there's always that part where it's like you start, every project's a new battle, and you have to sort of sit down and get ready to fight whatever you bring up in the moment.
Yep. Conrad, yep, I definitely feel that at stages in my giant projects where I go, what the fuck did I do this for? Like, seriously.
Oh, yeah. I am the exact same.
Hugo, you talking to Lando? You're a good boy. You're a good boy. Say hi, Lando. Yeah, the carbon fibre on Hush, Conrad, that is up there with dumbest ideas you've ever come up with, mate.
Yeah, look, anything that's not just a couple of stipples for texture, I'm not about. Like, some of Josh Anderson's stuff, like the fucking first stitching, I'm just like, dude, there's no way.
I scoop?
Yeah, literally, I'm just like, nah, there's no chance. Fuck, Arna's Spanish Conquistador looks sick.
Yeah, really like it. I tell you what though, and this may be a controversial statement, but I just don't think that the non-metallic metal gold works.
Yeah, it does look a bit weird, doesn't it?
It just feels like too gold.
Yeah,
and
compared to the silver, definitely.
So, see a Scarabost, have fun on your brunch date, mate. Yeah, so I just, look, I love it, and he's obviously a fucking, killer, but...
Yeah. Yeah, it looks very realistic, a lot of the rest of the stuff, and then that's just not how real gold looks.
Yeah, it's like a fantasy-looking gold.
Yeah, it's so intense. And it just makes you look at that more than anything else on the figure. Yeah. Well, my eyes go straight to that gold thing, then the shine on his helmet.
Yeah. So I wonder if that may be, our perspective and, fantasy figures versus historical or whatever, but yeah, for me that just doesn't quite look right.
Yeah, no, I do agree.
And just keep squirming. So what's next project after Moon Man, Ben?
Well, I've got it. Oh, I'm an idiot. I've got a massive diorama that I really want to give a
Yes.
go, which is I've got a little Yoda, and I've been printing off slowly an X-wing, and I want to do a full resin pour of the X-wing coming out of the water.
Oh,
like
that
he's
is an
using the Force
awesome
to-
idea.
Yeah, so I've got it's a perfect little Star Wars Legion miniature of him like with his eyes closed using the Force, and I was like, fuck, I really want to do that scene. So I'm just printing all the parts, collecting the stuff because I've come to the conclusion now that like I've managed to get the scaling right, so the X-wing's actually Legion figure scale. But the only problem is the X-wing is so big compared to Yoda. I'm now figuring like, fuck, okay, how I paint this really determines where you draw the focus of the viewer. So it's stuff that I have never thought about with painting before. So I'm now like, okay, this is a lot bigger than I thought it was.
That's exciting though, man.
Yeah, I've wanted to do it for a while now, and I finally like, yep, this is the year I'm gonna try and push myself to do some of these bigger ideas that I've had. So that's one I've got lined up, and then I have just Ahsoka from Mando season 2. There's a sculptor I found in Poland who did like a live action version of her face, her head, and it's like sideshow scale collectibles, like 1/12 or 1/10 scale. And it's just her head, and it's fucking massive. And it was like the Boba Fett bust that did, and I really want to give that a paint as well.
Sounds good.
But yeah, quite a few projects, and then I bought all those Spirit busts and Wind Riders up there as well.
You do a flip Hados.
Yeah, I've got a few other projects on the go that I'm going to do as well. I've decided I'm going to dip into some other creative mediums this year as well, like I used to, not just solely focus on the painting.
Nice. What, like make some videos or some graphics and stuff?
I want to go back to 3D, and I want to. I've told you about you. We both had like ideas for what was it?
Cosplay.
Sci-fi dioramas.
Yep.
And I want to go through and actually model up all the little greebles for myself, and
Nice.
then like print them.
Yeah.
That just to me is like that sounds really cool. Like I just make all my own little bits and bobs to stick on, wall panels and all that shit, and then I can just print it off infinitely.
I legitimately like want to make a cosplay at some point.
I literally, that is what the next thing I'm doing.
Good.
Yeah, Storm and I, because she's been doing it for years, and I've wanted to do it for so long, but I've always just put it off. And then we literally went to a convention yesterday, Supernova, the first one in like 2 years.
Awesome.
Oh man, just being around people in sick fucking costumes, I was like, I could. It was like liquid. I was salivating, just like, I have to do it now. So I've literally got tabs up right now of what I'm looking at to buy all the foam and the shit for it. So that's the next thing.
How good. I don't want to. This is the thing though. I don't want to make a cosplay so I can get dressed up. Like I just want to make a cosplay of something cool, and then I'll give it to someone else to fucking dress up. I don't.
Yeah. It's kind of like you just want to learn, or play around with those kind of elements, see how you go.
Yeah.
Like I got really into prop making for a while. I was just like, I'd love to be a prop maker on a film set. So I just started printing off like all these props from films and stuff that I liked, and started trying to make those. And I hadn't done it for a couple of years, and then it just hit me again. I was just like, oh fuck yeah, I want to do that again. Yeah, it's so different too, because all my skills for the last couple of years have been solely focused on miniature painting, and then you get a fucking Boba Fett helmet that I've got to repaint. You're like, oh shit, this is huge.
Completely different skills.
Hey, Rob's hobbies. Oh yeah, Nerf. Yeah, I've done that too. I've repainted up a few Nerf guns as well. They're really fun to do that. Adley glued on leather. Yeah, no, it's good fun. I think that we're both since I was a child, I pretty much just follow whatever child Ben wanted to do. That's his kind of rule in everything I do in life. And child Ben always forever has wanted to have like a Boba Fett like Mandalorian full outfit. And I already collect all the helmets in my house. I have like fucking 4 of them. And I was like, you know what? I'm gonna repaint one of these fully from scratch and make the full armor, the guns, everything, my own kit, and just walk around the house in it, and I'll feel like an absolute king.
Child Ben's got his priorities right, mate.
Oh yeah, yeah. He's not very good at most other things in life, but having fun, very good.
Yeah, he's not great at financial responsibility, but can wear a helmet. Can wear a helmet.
Yeah, very much so. Yeah, it would be. How sick would a full Mando costume be? And I've wanted to have one for years, and I've literally got them sitting in carts, and I've messaged proper makers on it, and you know, it's looking at it was like going to cost like $3,000 or something like that to get a full one, probably like custom made from someone else. And then as I got older, I started just dabbling, doing, and you know, experimenting with things, and then I was like, oh yeah, I love just fucking fiddling with everything, and then, you know, next thing I know, I was just like, yep, I'm just going to make my own. It's going to be so much cheaper, and it'll be so much more fun, and like learning how to do it all.
What a legend, mate. You're a legend.
I think it's a bit of a problem though, because I get very obsessed very quickly.
I know you do. You remind me of another guy I know.
Yep, I think I know who you're talking about.
Well, 2 other guys I know. One being myself and one being Andrew Buckley.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, no, it's good fun, man. It's the best when you just get carried away in your obsessions.
Well, that's not the best for your relationships in general, though.
That is very true. That is very true. I'm lucky. I have a partner who's very obsessive as well. So she just goes off and does her thing. I just do my thing.
That is lucky, mate. I wasn't so lucky with my wife.
Oh, the lessons we learned. Yeah, look, there's a time Storm was getting very angry at me. Very angry at me. Especially with 3D. Oh my goodness, that was a rabbit hole for me. Hey, Top. I dived in deep with that. I was convinced I was going to go work at Blizzard. Quite funny.
Once upon a time I was falling in love. Now I'm only falling. Oh, my girlfriend's Ben's the birthday boy. My girlfriend just rocked up with a roast chook. We're having chicken bread. Did you get bread rolls or is it just the chicken? Oh, yeah. Bread rolls.
And pasta salad.
Oh yeah.
Lettuce and crackers.
Yeah, that's awesome. So I'm excited about that. But Hugo has decided that this is actually his chicken.
Oh, yep. Yep.
He is obsessed right now. He's staring up
That
at
is the
it.
exact same as Lando, man.
Yeah.
As soon as he smells hot roast chicken, oh my god, it's like crack eyes.
It's exactly what you guys like, the dickhead.
Yeah.
All right, let's just do a little bit of this. Boom, 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 boom.
Yeah, I'm the substitute birthday boy. The birthday boy must be sleeping in. Let's get all the puppy ones. There we go.
What did you say?
Scissors.
Yeah, up above the fridge.
Oh, I can't see into
Well, that's not my fault that you can't see up there. Green handle. It's not my problem. You're 5'0".
I'm
Storm's life. Anything I don't want to eat, I put on the fridge. Goodness. So many projects, not enough time.
Like, I had a humbling thought the other day. It does not matter how many projects I paint in my life. When I die, I'm probably going to have some models sitting there waiting to be painted.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Unless I stop, unless I'm just like, nah, no more models and I'll never paint again. That's the only way I don't have that.
Yep, I've had that thought as well. I have a book that I call the idea book. Just write every single idea that I think's good into, because there's a lot of shit ones, but a lot of all the ones that I'm like, oh yeah, that would be something interesting in pursuing. And fuck man, that book is full. It's a joke.
No, I don't have a huge pile of shame, and this is the thing that's probably different for me and a lot of people. Like, I fucking get through some figures, right? I get through some absolute fucking shit tons of figures.
Yeah.
I can't imagine what it'd be like for people who don't paint as much as me and have just fucking massive piles. Can I have a bit of chicken, bro? You got to put it in my mouth though, because I can't.
What kind of piece do you want?
Is he here? No, it's Jimbo.
Jimbo, welcome, mate. You are on stream, FYI.
Yeah.
Birthday boy.
It's not me, mate. It's Bucks' birthday. Yep. Thanks, bro.
Alright.
Mm. Yum. Hugo, she put it in my mouth, buddy, not yours.
He's gonna be. You are on hit list number 1 right now.
He's up here. He's like, "Where's that chicken gone, mate? Hey, where's that gone? Is that for me?" Classic guy.
Oh, dude, we can't even give Lando like a bit of it, because as soon as you do, he is on you. It's the one time he turns into a vicious dog.
Classic.
Hey, come here.
Yeah, the pile of shame concept is interesting, right? Because I think there's a large part of me that's also a collector. You know, like I just like collecting cool figures.
Oh yeah.
But a few years ago, I was just like, this is just the biggest waste of money and biggest waste of time. So I've now just been started to try to be very, very precise about the figures that I buy.
Yeah.
And even then, you know, I've got 20 models or 30 models back there that are going to paint.
Yeah. I like to call it the pile of potential.
Yep.
And because I don't have a big pile either. I'm not someone like I get through. I'd say 70% of my stuff.
You go hard, mate. There's not many people I've met who go as hard as you when miniature painting, other than myself. You do a pretty good job.
Yeah, like I think I've got right now. I mean, I did buy 6 busts at one hit, but I've got probably 11 busts, and that will last me a couple of months, especially if I don't go as hard as I have been with them. But other than that, I've finished every miniature I've bought except for the last 2 that I got gifted at Christmas. But yeah, I don't like having a massive pile too, because I just think of this. I think of the time factored in too much, and then I think of I look at that fucking idea book, and then I'm just like, when am I gonna get to do all these other ideas?
Yep. It's depressing sometimes, isn't it?
Oh yeah, yeah.
Because I'm looking at I've got a little file that I keep with all of the models and all of my ideas and stuff, and but at the moment I've got like 4 diorama ideas. It's like, man, they take fucking 3 months to execute them. So
Yeah.
that's a year. That's a year of my life. G'day, Paul. Who? Paul.
Hey,
Who?
Paul.
Paul.
Yeah, I know what you mean. I know exactly what you mean. Yeah, it's such an interesting thing to like think about and plan. And then too, like if you spend too much time, right, you just get fucking down. You're just like, oh, never gonna get anything done, and then you've lost your motivation for painting.
Factor in cosplay as well.
Oh, mate, I've got problems. I've got lots of problems. The biggest problem is I find something that's so not interesting and I get obsessed with it. And I'm just like, oh, that would be very cool. How long does it take to get good at this? Oh, 6 years? Alright, let's just do that on the side as well as all this other stuff. Like, there's one fucking time, when was it? 2020, I got, because we're in lockdown or whatever it was, and I've always been into space and stuff, and I was just like, you know what, I'm going to fucking get really into astronomy. Let's just start learning about the planets and everything like that. So then first thing I do, that I always do with most things, is I find a course somewhere online and I buy the course. And then I just go, alright, that's the next 3 months done. And then, of course, I'm an obsessive nut and I do the course in a week. And then I go, fuck, I'm hooked on this shit. So then I find books and podcasts, and then I go to town, and then I go so far as to buy a telescope, and then I look at how much it's going to cost me to get a camera and all this gear to take photos of the planets, and it's just an unending nightmare.
I feel like you're going to be, one of those old guys that people speak to for about a couple of minutes. Like, God, that guy just knows stuff about everything. He's pulling out knowledge about planets, and then he's talking about psychology and the meaning of life, and then he just knows about painting toy soldiers. I don't know, where does this guy get all this knowledge from?
Oh, it's bad, man. Like that's the problem too. I always feel bad because when I talk to people too, I've learnt I don't have I can't do small talk. I'm just someone that's just like, yeah, let's go deep real quick, and that's uncomfortable for a lot of people. I've learnt.
That's good relationship advice in general, Ben.
Hey,
that's good relationship advice in general, mate. Going too deep too soon.
Oh, dude, I don't know how Storm puts up with it.
Is that a good thing or a bad thing?
I guess it depends. Rob's hobbies. I do have an instrument. Yeah,
Ben thought he was going to be a music star.
I did try and be a rock star. That was the first job I tried in life.
I'll tell you what, Ben. There's many people I'm inspired by, right? But I am always inspired by people that just get excited about things. That's one of the things that I think life has changed in such a way now that it's way cooler to just not care about things and
Oh yeah.
And I'm just like, give me someone who's just fucking pumped up about life, pumped up about the opportunity to go and see a Marvel movie or just gets excited about shit, So
yeah.
Good on you, pal. Good on you.
Well, thanks, mate. It is quite bad because most people don't give a shit. Like, I'll give you let me tell you. I'll give you an insight into our lockdown life here when we were in the heat of lockdown. So when we were in the heat of lockdown, right, we have a gardener that comes and mows the lawns, part of the deal with the house that we're renting or whatever. And because he couldn't come due to all the lockdown shit, and we don't have a lawnmower, the backyard just turned into a fucking jungle, right? Like it was insane. And then I was like, because of all the COVID shit, I was super obsessed with science, and I was like, I'm going to become a fucking microbiologist because I love this shit. And then I was just like, I like small soldiers, I got to like tiny bugs as well. So then I just started being like a fucking kid out in the backyard with my phone and a magnifying glass, taking photos of all the bugs I could find. And then I was like, all right, I'm going to try and find out what they are through Google and make a little journal. And then I made this notebook with a photo of the bug, and then I'd read up on it and learn everything about the bug. And then I was just like, holy shit, I can do this with all the trees too, because there's this one tree in the backyard that was just an absolute prick, and it would just spread seeds everywhere. And I was like, I gotta find out what this fucker is and learn everything about it so I can just destroy it. And yeah, it just goes on and on and on. And at the same time too, I was like, yeah, I've now learnt how I can tell what the planets are in the sky without a fucking app. It's just a problem.
You're a legend, mate. 10 out of 10. 10 out of 10. I love it.
Oh, it's very exhausting, I've learned. I'm like, why am I fucking so tired all the time? But yeah, let me tell everyone a bit of advice from someone who's done a lot of things. Don't try and be a rock star real hard. It's probably the hardest one out of all of them. Have you seen that Weta Workshop Unleashed building that they have?
No?
Oh my god! It's literally just like it's like an experience that they've done to showcase like all the talent and stuff that they have in the what was it? In their sort of thing. So it's like they've made up 3 different film concepts, and then they've built a miniature world, and then they've done a room full of all their sculpting and their concept art. Oh,
Awesome.
that's what I want my house to look like that. You spend a year trying to be a rock star? Yeah, I know that feeling. What are you working on, Jim? Moonface?
Yes, I'm deep diving into my Katsura or Toko.
That's what his name is. I keep forgetting his name.
Moonface.
Yeah, I just say Moonface all the time.
Or we could pronounce it like Western and call it like Katsura Otako. Tell you what, I am liking these AK paints.
Yeah.
Ooh.
So I got a couple. I think I got 3, like the vampire flesh, the browns, and not the skin tones. I think there's another something box. Oh, non-metallic metal, gold. That's right.
Oh yeah.
And I'm actually really liking it. These paints.
Yeah, I'm a fan of them. I think they're really good.
Yeah.
I got to use them. I've got a couple, but I haven't really given them a shot.
Yeah, it's been a while since I've kind of done a lot of painting. Probably for all my painting for the last year and a bit have been with the scale paints and the chimeras. So very, like, obviously very matte and different, like, base. But it's been a while since I've painted with kind of like this medium, with the more into glazing and stuff. And I am enjoying it. I'm very much enjoying it. Just trying to shift a little bit how I'm painting.
Yeah.
My poor
How
little...
are you finding the model?
Without sounding too biased, it's a bit of a dream model to paint. I'm really liking it. I think I just really love the idea and the sculpt to begin with, so painting it is really exciting. Like, I don't feel like, sometimes when you hit that wall with a figure,
Yeah.
you gotta push through it. Like, I'm not really getting that feeling.
Yeah.
Just everything about it, I'm just like loving the theme, the sculpt. I feel like I can really try and push some lighting effects. And after Crimson Brush and talking to a lot of people, I'm really trying to push the whole warm and cold at the moment. So I think it's definitely improved my painting, focusing on that.
Oh yeah, that's awesome, man.
You got a much more promising start on yours than Ben's had on his, mate. Put it that way.
Well, we did mention that Benny's, golden pieces Benny comes up with usually has the 15 different restarts. So I feel like there's a lot of hope for this piece.
Oh look, I would tone it down to a solid 2 out of 10. The idea was awesome, but I ruined it. That's what happened.
What do you mean?
Oh, I just had this crazy idea that was probably way too above my skill level with like the
Right.
OSL and stuff.
Buddy.
I basically wanted to do his moon mask illuminated like the actual moon and paint like the sort of that was like the main object source light and it was sort of going around everywhere else.
Maybe I'll try and do that,
Figure?
Benny. Maybe I'll see
Yeah.
what I can do. Because I
Seriously.
like that idea.
Yeah, take it seriously because I want to see someone do it good.
White OSL.
Yeah, well, just kind of like I wanted his like the whole thing like it to be like his face, the mask is the moon in the night sky, and that's why it's bright and illuminating. Because I was reading up on the lore of it, and he's like the man. He's meant to be the man on the moon sort of thing that would back. I think it was like Chinese lore. Whoever looked at the moon for too long, they would lose their life because this guy was siphoning it.
It's almost certainly Japanese, mate, but that's okay.
It was both actually, Chinese and Japanese.
Yeah.
Yeah, I went a bit hard.
That's unlike you.
Yep. And yeah, it's there's two different laws. I think the Japanese one was like a guy who gardened the moon. He had these trees on the moon, and he was very handsome and beautiful. And then the Chinese one from even longer ago was a bit more threatening, where he was like he'd kill people basically, or suck their life up for staring at the moon for too long. So I kind of went with that because I wanted it looked kind of creepy, and I wanted it to be this glowing, ominous figure in the sky, and then all the rest of it was sort of dark. But I just don't have the skills for that at the moment. So that's all right.
So what are you going to do instead?
Right now, he just has a big old red face, and it's still black because I want to play with the black robes.
Mm.
But now, because I've chosen red, I'm going to try and play with like some greens and blues for the contrasting colours and the shadows and everything like that, and just try and paint it really well.
Yeah, I should. I'll put up a picture of. I got these three Bukia masks that I got from a temple in Japan called Fushimi-inari, and you would know it's got all the torii gates, so you've probably seen a lot of those photos of the orange torii gates, and there's heaps of them, and it's just all these pathways that just is almost like a tunnel was being made out of these.
Yeah.
And I've got these three masks they hand make. They're like kind of paper mache masks, and they're painted stuff. The Guardians. The name's eluding at the moment, but it's got that really beautiful dark crimson red.
Yeah.
So I'm going to try and emulate that a bit on his mask.
Nice. Oh, so you're doing a red mask too. Fuck yeah.
Yeah, I think it's pretty classic.
Yeah.
Go-to.
Topless has been there apparently. Good for you, Top.
Oh, very cool. The last time I went there accidentally, or incidentally, it was on a Saturday, and they had like a food market all the way up the main path going to this temple, and what an array of food. I think I probably spent more time eating than going through the actual temple walk.
Sounds good to me.
Yeah, I was going to say, eat all that food and then you walk it all off so you can just keep eating.
Alright, so this guy sits here. So he needs to be like mostly fucking red. I think I might try painting him separately. dude. And this dude stands here. Where's that foot go? What are you grabbing onto, mate? Alright, okay, let's go. Well, look, it doesn't look like we're going to have the presence of Bucks graced on his own birthday stream, so let's just do a little celebration now. Happy birthday, Bucks.
Happy birthday, Bucks. He's having a good sleep.
Happy birthday, Foxy.
Appreciate you not turning up for your own stream that you psyched me all up for. You absolute chump. You absolute chump. I bought hats. I bought.
I know.
fucking
I got
things.
on this morning because I was up at like, I think I saw your message and I was like, oh, I'll just pop in and see what he's doing before taking Storm to work and everything. And I saw you with the little hat on and the Bucks birthday stream time. I was just like, oh no, he's gone all out and Andy's sleeping. 100% gonna be sleeping.
I reckon he got nervous about Katsura Tokyo. I reckon that's what happened. We
I'll
were
tell you
supposed to
what,
do a challenge.
we had a discussion about it after you left Monday night.
Yeah.
And he's here. Where are you? And he did say to me, and I agreed with him. He's like, "What have I done?"
Yeah.
And after me with all the troubles of my thing, I was just like, "Yeah, you're a brave man, braver than me."
Throwing yourself up against Big Deno in a challenge of speed. That's waving a red rag to a bull, that is.
Andy, you got to get in here and defend yourself, mate.
Oh shit, Andy, you've got to get on that.
Never happened. Happy birthday.
Toolbox. Happy birthday. Toolbox. Happy birthday, Andrew Buckley.
Happy birthday to me.
There he is. How are you, mate?
I'm so tired. I just stayed up so late. I couldn't sleep last night. I had one of those nights, so I was just running away. Doing stuff.
I'm sorry, buddy. I'm sorry.
Those figures, isn't it? That's what happened.
Oh, bless your soul with your party hat.
Yes, it is. I bought some army stuff and I was just putting it together and happened to play a little bit of Magic and I was just,
he's back.
Deep in the sauce.
I was too deep in the sauce for my own good last night, so yeah.
Hugo didn't like those little party popper things, no.
No, they probably scared the shit out of the poor guy.
Sorry, buddy. I'm sorry, little man. Here, do you want to bite it? Yeah, take that. Haha.
Well, I want my presents. No, I'll have them.
Haha. Yes.
My present. I've got 3 of my great friends here. That's present enough right now. A cup of tea would be delightful.
Here you go, Hugo. You ready? Go get it. Oh, I chucked it that way. Haha. Chucked it. There it is.
Thank you for all the birthday well wishes, legends in the chat.
Mate.
No, so this Otoko nonsense is just absurd. It was nothing but a suggestion.
Oh, okay. Nothing but a suggestion. Yes, yes.
Nothing
Whose
but a
suggestion was it, mate? I recall it as being yours.
Listen, I can't be held accountable for such things. All in the name of entertainment.
You've made a very bad call.
I definitely am up for something. I just I didn't think I'd have the time over the week.
No.
Also, you must follow where your inspiration is. We can't preach such things in the chat and then not deliver them. So, I'm so close to finishing that little Eldar display thing, so I should probably get that done at some point today.
Very nice.
I had no idea. I said to Benny before, I had no clue what my plan was going to be. So, it's a blessing in disguise for me, but...
So both of us could have swan dived into an absolute dog's breakfast.
But mate,
I kind of wish that happened, to be honest. That would have been great.
you throw me into a challenge, mate, and I'll find a way.
Right. We need to pour one out for the great Shane Warne.
Ah, Warnie. So I'll let me tell you, one of my... I don't have a story about meeting Warnie or anything like that, right? But, geez,
Yeah.
he's got some banger stories. He's got some absolute banger stories. But here is my favourite Shane Warne stat that very few people know. Shane Warne has the highest score without ever getting a century in his career. He ended on 99. He has never scored a century, but he's ended on 99. He never got one. And he was actually a pretty good batsman. Like,
If he was seeing the ball, he
Yeah.
was putting it all over the park.
yeah,
If you
he was
remember.
a solid batsman.
As long as he could see it, you know what I mean. As long as he got his eye in off the first sort of 12 balls or so, he could start tonking them around. But he was just impatient, if you remember. He wanted to get on the tonk too quickly.
He's a great man. He got a
was.
bad rap in the media on occasion. He made some dumb decisions. Who hasn't?
He chopped up
incredible.
Liz Hurley.
Yeah. Incredible achievement.
Yeah. I mean, was that right after Bedazzled as well?
It
was
was.
a good time.
Nah. It's a sad day. Sad day for me. I don't normally get too broken up by celebrity deaths, and yeah, I'm not like fucking crying every 5 minutes or anything, but yeah, it's just a.
I mean, for the non-Australians, he was an Australian legend.
But even for the non-Australians, you know, like most English people,
Well, of course, I just was thinking of the Americans.
yeah, the Americans probably have no idea.
Yeah.
Chopped up Liz Hurley. That's all you need to know.
He loved a party. He loved a few darts and a few beers.
There's some funny pictures of him in a room with two prostitutes and a blow up sex doll.
Yeah, there is. He was a big fan of the disco dust. What he was. But some may think, or you might be led to believe that those sort of enhancements were required for him to turn the ball, to spin the ball the way he did, because no mortal man could do such a thing.
Ah, boy. Yes, but Topolus, indeed, he was a cricket player, mate.
Just a great player at life as well, Top. Oh. So what else has been happening this morning, chaps? What's been on?
We've just been spraying you for not turning up.
Yeah, fair.
Basically, that's been the extent of it.
Fair. Sometimes the Sunday morning streams are just a tad too early for ye-old Buxos.
I said Victorians don't start till 10 a.m.
Yeah, 10 a.m.'s about when we start to get amongst it.
I put my stream back an hour just for you today, mate.
Oh wow, fantastic! So I'm on time then.
No, so you're 2 hours late. No, good on you, mate. I wasn't too concerned when you didn't turn up. I've got my party hat on. It's all good.
Listen, Sundays is a lovable day, but we all know Party Monday is where it's at.
Correct. It's going to be a big party Monday tomorrow.
It is, and I'm a much better party goer than party haver. So
Well, actually, friends, I'm going to finish up stream soon because the women's NRL season is underway, and I'm very excited about watching some of the games today. And the pre-show footage and stuff starts, so probably go for another 10 minutes or so, and we'll finish up. So let's just review. Bucks, you haven't seen these yet, mate, since you're asleep. But yeah, I'm right in deep into this commission of the Curse City guys. So here's Rat
Beautiful.
Guy.
Yeah, very nice. We're on a 32mm tear right now.
Yeah,
we are wargaming. We're warhammering right now.
I did this chick just before. And then, yeah, the big fella, big ruddy car, the beast.
Oh, Jesus, you're just churning through.
There he is.
Oh, look at him.
Yeah.
Very nice.
So that leaves me with this dude who I'll probably do on Party Monday, and two more, my two favourites. Once I
Very
finish these little
nice.
chunks.
It's been a very productive couple of days since I last spoke to you.
Yes, mate. It has indeed.
Very good.
Well, I just felt the need to get cracking since poor guy's been waiting for like fucking
Yeah.
months. Hey, speaking of, we won't talk too much about it, but I just finished season 4 of The Expanse.
Oh, yeah. How good is it getting?
It's pretty good. It's pretty good.
Oh, I got to say one thing. How do you feel about Amos after that?
So season 4, I don't know if you is the one where they're yeah, because there's a mate of mine who comes on the stream sometimes. He doesn't usually say much, and he started watching it on my recommendation. So I don't want to spoil anything for him, but
Okay, yeah.
I think Amos made the right decision.
That
Yeah.
that end part, beautiful.
That was a fantastic finale. I wasn't as impressed with that season on the whole,
Yeah.
as I had been with the previous ones, but it had a very strong finish.
Yeah. That was my thoughts as well. For me, so far, season 3 was just bananas.
Yeah, I like season 3 a lot, but I'm pumped for season 4. See, the way that season 4 started, I've watched one episode, is out there.
So you finished season 3, you've only just watched the first episode of season 4?
No, other way around.
Okay.
I'm on to season 5.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
Yeah, top agrees. Season 3 and season 5 are my favourites as well. I agree. Real good. Like.
Mate, I'll tell you what I love about it. I love the Rossi, man. I love the ship.
Yeah,
How
get me
good
a
is
Rossi.
it?
Get me a
How's it
Rossi.
cool? How cool's the layout they went for?
Yeah,
Like the
get
whole
me a Rossi.
go up the ladder to the cockpit.
Yeah, it's handy. I want a model kit of a bad.
Oh yeah, give me a Rossi kit.
I've found a 3D print file of it.
Very nice. You know what you should do for Queensland Model Expo, Benny? Yeah, you already know. You already heard. Heard it in my voice, didn't you?
Listen, I've thought about it.
Yeah.
We were at Supernova yesterday, and there was,
Yeah.
you know Hasbro, the toy company.
Yeah.
They had Boba Fett's ship there, the massive toy one, right? It's
Yeah.
huge. It's about $700.
Yeah, the Black Series. Is it the Black Series one?
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah.
The idea just was like a little worm that just went in my brain. It's like, you could buy that and repaint that. That's a spaceship. That's an airplane. That's a Queensland Model Hobby Expo right there.
You know what bummed me out? Like I've said, we went to Supernova the last few years, and then they just decided to chuck it on the weekend of my birthday, shortest notice ever.
It was
working.
Yeah,
Did Pop Culture get there this year?
they did. Yeah,
Of course they did. Of course they did.
They had three booths.
Yeah. How was the energy on the floor?
It was good, man. People
Yeah.
were fucking like. I said to Storm.
Was there some good jank play?
Oh yeah, there's some great jank. But it was fucking good, man. It was the most sort of normal it has felt for a long time, so it was really nice.
Yeah, awesome. I'm glad you had a good time. Did Storm cosplay it?
No, she didn't this one in the end. We're gonna go for June is when she wants to finish it. But
What's June? Armageddon?
That's Oz Comic Con.
Oz Comic Con. Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm gonna try go to that in a full Mandalorian outfit as well.
Nice.
Uh,
Have you ever been to cons, Demo?
never.
Mate, come on, come down. We'll bolt on a Superman. Nah, well, actually, we can't put him in Superman. He's a Marvel. He's a Marvel
He's a
lover.
Hulk. He's a Hulk dude.
Nah, we'll put him into Spider-Man. He'll be Spider-Bro. Instead of Spider-Cuz, he's Spider-Bro.
I wouldn't mind. Like, actually, I think I went to Supernova once actually with my brother-in-law, and yeah, it was pretty cool. But
It's good when you go with mates, like, and the artist section's pretty cool. Where you can go around and get all the art.
but it just felt so commercial. That was the thing.
Yeah.
that got to me.
It is
It's like,
very, yeah.
I'm not paying $40 for a fucking signature, you know. Like that's the thing that got to me. So
Oh yeah. I don't pay attention to any of that stuff. My favourite event has got to be PAX, but that's because I like all the gaming. That's the best part. You would actually love PAX, Deno, because all the competitive gaming stuff.
I
that
probably
have
would
for
enjoy
games.
PAX. Yes, that's one I have looked at before, but
Yeah.
My favourite's CanCon, mate. Crimson Brush, get out of here.
well, yeah.
If you can't love yourself, who can you love? You know?
If you can't count CanCon, I've been there 1,000 cons. I've been going to CanCon for 20 years. So
This wave of nostalgic building armies, painting stuff all over me. I pulled out a Retribution of Scryer book the other day and was looking at that. I was like, oh, there's a couple of things in here I want to paint. I want to paint some Eldar stuff. I want to paint some Troll stuff. I want to paint some just anything in the 32.
That's the best.
all right, let's fucking glue this guy down so I can finish this big fucking piece of shit off.
Chewie is more his size. Black Chrysanthemum, maybe. Deno was once a Wookiee gladiator. Deno, if he was up to date on all things Star Wars, would know who that is. But
I don't know who that is.
We know how that goes. But that was good, Andy. It was good fun.
awesome. I'm just going to mute. My daughter is calling me right now.
All good, mate. I reckon I've made my own texture with how many layers of paint I've put on this stuff.
Okay, let's go. Let's get a little bit of the old PVA to just tidy up those little joins. And I feel very good about my efforts. This commission will be done in a few days' time. How good.
Do you know what you're going to paint after that?
Yeah, probably Moonface, but I've actually got another commission for Severax and Solrax, which is the Black Sun jewel piece, which I'm actually pretty pumped for. So I might,
Oh, yeah.
yeah, I might dive into that.
Yeah, that's quite a good piece.
So are you still out in the wilds on Ahsoka, Benny?
Oh, yeah. I found a little cave of refuge,
Yeah.
and then there was a giant monster in it, and I'm back out in the wild.
Oh,
We're on to another idea.
I love it. I love it.
Deceptively challenging model to paint, I think.
Yeah. The original idea I had, I don't think I took any photos because it was too shameful.
Was it as shameful as your original cozy? Do you remember that, Deno? the dapple lighting photo.
Yep.
I think he did. I think Benny for the chat did one brush stroke of dapple lighting, took one look and went, Lord Bailey's a pretty good character.
Yeah.
I did.
We call that one Icarus.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was Icarus, that one.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. It took me a bit longer to realise that with this one. There was this tiny little bit of hope that's just like, nah, man, all good things come from time. And then, spent another 40 hours on it. I was like, that is an absolute lie. I've just been feeding myself. And yeah, we've scrapped that idea. But Dano said he might try it, so that's good.
Yeah, I think it's an interesting idea. I'll give it a crack. I think.
What's the idea?
I basically tried to paint the mask like the actual moon, and I wanted the mask to illuminate everything.
Yeah. Oh, you're going for that. I remember that.
Oh, I did try for that, and I fucking threw that shit in the bin hot quick. After recently, yeah. So now I'm just painting him as good as I can. We're at that stage.
That's still a good stage to be at, Penny.
Oh yeah, that's my favourite stage because all the care goes then. It's just like, yeah, let's just focus on the fun part of it. But no, he's good.
Hey mate, there's some particularly nice things going on in this model right now that should be pointed out.
What's that?
The red interacting with the gold is just... It's been a delight to wake up to that forever.
Oh, thanks, mate.
It's looking very good. His skin is looking very nice. Actually, everything on this guy's looking very nice. Why aren't you painting armies anymore, mate? What are you cutting us off for?
Yeah, this is only taking me probably like 2.5 hours.
Yeah. It's time to come back, mate.
Nah. Maybe. As
No, you said something the other day, and I thought, wouldn't it be nice, man, if that bug bites once again, maybe a new game comes out or something, along the way. Maybe it's Warhammer Online. Sorry, not Warhammer Online. Warhammer Old World. Tickles the pickle, reaches out to young Deno and grabs him by the heart.
Whatever. Happens, mate. It'd need to just be me wanting to paint because the models are great. And that's all I need, mate. Like I'll paint anything as long as the models are good,
Yeah, I know. Maybe Benny will come across as well because he's the only one that doesn't dabble too much in Warhammer-y stuff or wargaming stuff as much anymore. He just needs the right motivation, the right inspiration.
I don't think it will happen, man. They can't even get me with Star Wars.
Yeah, it's true.
And I've got that shit tattooed on me.
Lord of the Rings is always, right around the corner for you.
Yeah, but I painted that Pelennor Fields box, and I never want to paint an orc in my life again.
You know what he needs, Deno? He just needs a classic game of Aragon slays the Urukai.
Oh, yes. Get him in there.
You remember those great games?
Yeah, get him in there.
Yeah.
Aragorn uses might.
5 Dedorix.
I've got what is it? That Arm and Hen sort of box with Dead Boromir in that. That's a great one. And I do want to paint that, but I'm waiting till the show comes out from Amazon. I think that's when the Lord of the Rings bug will just bite me real hard in the ass, and then I'll want to go to town. So I was like, yeah, I'll just save that for then.
I prefer to call it heroic Boromir, by the way, not dead Boromir.
Oh, really? Yeah, that's right. Yeah, I forgot. Wrong language range. You got to be careful. It's a sensitive topic.
He did.
I mean, does anyone in the chat agree that Boromir is basically Tom? Are you kidding me, bro? I didn't even get it out.
Yes,
Honestly,
Tom.
Such an Aragon fanboy, Tom. Jesus Christ.
Pincushion Boromir is very good. I like it.
I would have loved a little more. Boz. Could you imagine Boz at the gates of Minas Tirith? Just replace Gandalf. Wasn't even supposed to be Gandalf anyway. That was supposed to be Prince Imrahil. But just replace Gandalf with Boz, and honestly, greatest moment in cinematic history.
Because then, right, you're robbing the character of all the things you like about him.
Nah. Don't care.
Good counterpoint.
Nah, don't care. Replace Faramir with the charge out. Boz would have got it done. Kid cut an hour off the movie, and I don't think anyone's going to complain really about that, right?
What? Now you're just upsetting me.
He's just trying to hurt you, Benny. It's okay.
He is, I can tell, yeah. Oh, fuck that guy.
Mate, there's a lot of energy around this Elden Ring game. Bloody even Miniature Den's online right now playing Elden Ring, it looks like.
Is it good? I'm not going to play it. But
It looks incredibly hard.
Elden Ring is great. It looks like it's probably good for us, Deno. It's probably good for a little bit of miniature painting inspiration.
good.
There might be some cool stuff to look at.
Very cool art, very cool characters and stuff like that, but I fucking hate the Souls games.
Is it a
If you're
Dark
not
Souls
So
game?
grindy,
Is it?
isn't it?
I just don't like. Well, here's the thing. I'm not a good gamer anymore. I've accepted that. I'm old.
Yeah.
I play every game on the easiest mode now, so I feel like a god. And these games, they don't have easy modes.
Ben loves the tune-up game, eh?
Yeah, I do. No, I fucking hate it.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm currently downloading.
Oh, Jim. Confessions of Jim.
There's a lot of people. There's some people at work and other people just like, you gotta play it. And I'm just like, oh. You get bitten when you just go, oh, I'm just gonna watch like a video on YouTube about like what class to play, and then
Oh,
then
yeah.
you fucking-
That's it.
That's it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you're done. You're gone.
Yeah, I did see that top, but I don't like that because then because all my friends are pretty good. So and then it even weighs on me more. It's like I am the bad one.
I think Top and Dave have been playing it, haven't they? It looks like it in Discord.
Oh man, I think Top, Dave, Unexplained, fucking everyone. It's done really well, which is great. It's a really good game by the sounds of it. But I'm just getting ready to play that next Zero Dawn Horizon that came out as well recently.
Big Deno hasn't played it, mate. Big Deno.
Zero Dawn Horizon.
Spirit Island. That's all I'm on.
You're still jamming Spirit Island. You're still
Yeah.
loving it.
That's all I play.
Yeah, I've been dangerously close to a magic addiction. Like,
Oh, I'm so happy, Andy.
I don't think we've ever delved too deep, Deno, but I was Benny and I have very muchly, and I was very much an avid magic player, both only really competitively, to be honest, for a long time.
It's
That
just the
Surprises me, mate.
Yeah.
best.
And I'm getting towed up right now in drafts every time I play, which is just fueling the addiction further.
It does, doesn't it?
Oh,
You just hate that you're bad, and you're like, oh,
Yeah.
okay, I'm gonna be good at this.
Yeah.
All right, friends. Let's meander off. Let's let Bucks enjoy his birthday in peace without having to talk to the stream. It's been a real pleasure and a privilege to spend your birthday with all of your friends, Bucks.
It has. And I'm looking forward to tomorrow when my extended birthday hits Party Monday. It's going to be great.
Wonderful. I am also looking forward to that. Bring your party hats for tomorrow's Party Monday, friends. Let's go
I
find
will.
some great person we can raid. Hey, look at that, Bucks. Check that out, mate.
Check
Deno
that out.
gets
Yeah,
the old
looks good.
editors.
Oh, who got an? Oh, you got an editors. Ah, well done, mate. You asked, what does a man have to do to get an editors?
I did.
Turns out, not much really. Just a quick dio.
Yeah, just a little diorama, baby.
Just
Easy.
3 months of work, nearly
Quickly.
just break yourself mentally. That's all.
What does everyone think of Arnau's latest works?
We talked about it earlier. It's a great
Okay.
piece, but the gold looks out of place to me.
Yeah.
It is a great piece, and the gold does look out of place. That's the first thing I noticed, and then I sort of went, I still like it. You know, I mean, it didn't bomb it for me, but
All right, who are we going to raid today? So Mini Den's playing some game, so we won't raid him.
I can't raid Mini Den playing video
Jimmy
games.
the Brush,
bitchy
I think
games.
we've raided him before. Let's see if there's any nuffies. Oh, someone's doing, Pun Expected's doing Thanatos. We might go have a look at that, because that's a tricky figure.
Oh, and has he got Colwell's
Oh,
up for
he's-
reference?
He's got it up in the picture. Mate, he's printed that out at like from 1 to 6 scale or
That's
something.
That is
massive.
fucking huge. Congrats on the gold to Top. That's really good. And catch you later, Paul.
Support.
See,
Wow.
Paul.
Who we got here? 8-man strong's only got 2 deals. Let's have a look at 8-man. It's got a 1080p, which is a good start.
No,
Oh, that's a very quick no there from you, Bucks.
sorry. It's
Punk-
not even him. He
Punk
triggered me
Metal
with doing the
Warhammer,
rhino
Lady
dragon.
Draconus.
There's so many rhinos in my life that even just a sprue with a rhino top on it is enough to send me fucking reeling.
Alright, look, I'm interested in this stream, right? Miniature
Yeah.
painter gamer and SPFX makeup artist. However,
It's just won you over instantly.
look at this. Love the old 540p. Get that up here.
Yeah. Sorry, can't be done.
Straight no. 540p.
Yeah. We have rules.
If Punexpected wasn't using oils, I'd be interested in him, but he's fucking always doing oils. What's Vaporwave Weasel?
Mate, what about wasn't there wasn't there someone den something?
Testing out my stream, Darth Rosie 45. What do we got here? Oh, 1080p. Oh, this actually doesn't look too bad there.
Painting some orcs?
I'm in. Let's go raid Darth Rosie.
Done.
You all know I love helping out the little people. I love it. Looks like a reasonable painter. Alright, we're raiding Darth Rosie. Darth Rosie 45. Start the raid! Hey friends, see you tomorrow for Party Monday, where hopefully Bucks will actually turn up this time and we can
Yeah.
celebrate his birthday in style.
Absolutely.
You wonderful people, friends. Okay, let's go.
Oh, yeah, let's give him some